weary traveler to a quiet moment in the heart of the city. As the soft glow of twilight settles over the rooftops, find yourself a comfortable space, perhaps nestled deep within your favorite blankets. Let your breath deepen, slow and steady, like the gentle hum of a hidden machine, allowing the worries of the day to gently drift away. You are safe here, and there is nothing you need to do but simply listen. Tonight, we drift into a peaceful corner of a world often filled with incredible speed. Not a world of urgent chases, but one of quiet reflections, where even the fastest hero has moments of thoughtful pause. Imagine a hero known for his incredible velocity, yet who sometimes finds himself tangled in the threads of time itself. Not in a grand battle, but in the most wonderfully mundane way. He's a hero who might, just might, accidentally erase his morning coffee. Our journey begins in a dimly lit, high-tech workshop, tucked away high above the sleeping city streets. It's a place usually bustling with invention and repair, but tonight it's perfectly still. The only sounds are the distant city's gentle murmur, and perhaps the faint, almost imperceptible thrum of dormant, specialized technology. Through a large, arching window, the soft, blurred lights of the metropolis twinkle below, a calming, distant tapestry. On a polished, metallic workbench, amidst a few scattered schematics and complex tools, sits a solitary, half-empty ceramic coffee mug. It's not quite a full cup, nor is it entirely empty, as if caught in a moment of subtle unmaking, a whisper of a past that might not have happened. Next to it, a small, intricate device glows with a soft, pulsing azure light, casting faint, shifting shadows. This is a quiet place where time and even morning coffee can become wonderfully complicated. The soft, azure light of the intricate device continues its gentle pulse, a silent heartbeat in the quiet sanctuary of the lab. Its glow reflects faintly on the polished surface of a nearby workbench, revealing unrolled schematics. These delicate diagrams depict intricate temporal pathways, lines of possibility curving and intertwining, like delicate threads of starlight spun across the cosmic loom. No hurried scribbles here, no frantic calculations, just the serene blueprint of theoretical journeys, each a whisper of a what-if. Beside these complex designs rests a simple ceramic mug, now empty and cool. Its surface might still hold a faint warmth from a forgotten recent fill, but the rich, comforting scent of roasted beans, usually a morning staple in the space, is conspicuously absent. It's a subtle, gentle mystery, a quiet casualty of a timeline subtly shifted where the familiar comfort of a fresh brew never quite materialized. A little further along the bench, a pair of crimson gauntlets are neatly folded, their iconic lightning bolts softened by the low, ambient light. They seem to hum with a latent energy, even at rest, whispering tales of incredible speed, of moments blurred into a single streak across time and space. tonight, they are still, guardians of a deep, slumbering silence, their potential for swift action held in peaceful repose. The lab itself feels vast yet comforting, filled with the gentle hum of unseen, dormant systems. Beyond the panoramic window, the distant, soft glow of Central City's sleeping skyline paints the horizon, a tapestry of quiet dreams. The air within is still, carrying only the faintest whisper of ozone, a memory of speed, not its present rush. Everything here suggests a profound pause, a moment of reflection on quiet consequences, where even a forgotten morning ritual, like that first sip of coffee, can hold unexpected significance across the intricate currents of time. Imagine then a quiet, almost hushed kitchen at dawn, but not quite dawn. The soft glow of the city outside filters through a tall window, casting long, peaceful shadows across a pristine countertop. It's the kind of kitchen where everything has its place, organized with a hero's precision, ready for the day, or perhaps for a missed moment. On a simple, clean table, a coffee maker stands, sleek and silent. Its reservoir is empty, the filter basket pristine. There's no telltale aroma of freshly brewed coffee, no warmth radiating from a waiting mug. Just the soft, cool air of the early morning, holding a subtle hint of nothing. The absence is palpable, a quiet echo in the stillness. This isn't a kitchen that has simply been forgotten. It feels more like a memory gently nudged, a sequence subtly altered. Perhaps a tiny, almost imperceptible ripple through time, caused by a well-meaning but hasty adjustment in the past, shifted just one too many moments. Not a cataclysm, not a crisis, but simply the morning coffee, unmade, unthought of. The city hums softly beyond the glass, a lullaby of distant traffic and sleeping lights. Inside, the quiet remains undisturbed. A single, empty ceramic mug rests beside the coffee maker, its surface smooth and cool to the touch. It waits patiently for a ritual that won't arrive, at least not in this particular timeline. It's a gentle reminder that even the smallest threads woven into the fabric of time can change the patterns of a morning, creating a tranquil space where the extraordinary consequences are found in the quiet absence of the ordinary. Indeed, the smallest threads woven into the fabric of time can change the patterns of a morning, creating a tranquil space where the extraordinary consequences are found in the quiet absence of the ordinary. Imagine now a sleek, almost futuristic kitchen, not bustling with activity, but bathed in the soft glow of pre-dawn city lights filtering through a wide window. It's a space designed for efficiency, yet also for calm, a place where a hero might gather their quiet thoughts before the world awakens. On a polished counter, usually a gleaming coffee maker would stand, perhaps a bespoke model, designed for speed and precision, much like its owner. But tonight, or rather, In this gently altered morning, that particular hum is absent. The warm, inviting aroma that usually signals the start of a busy day is simply not there. Instead, a smooth, empty surface reflects the distant city glow, a silent testament to a morning ritual that, in this timeline, has simply faded. It's not a dramatic void, but a quiet, almost poetic emptiness. The ceramic mug, usually waiting beside the machine, might be there, perhaps, but it remains unfilled. It's a small detail, easily overlooked by a world rushing by, but profoundly felt in the stillness of this specific, uncaffeinated dawn. The gentle hum of the refrigerator is the loudest sound, a steady, low thrum that underlines the quietude, emphasizing the soft, almost imperceptible shift that a forgotten moment in time can bring. The city outside, a tapestry of sleeping lights, continues its slow, steady pulse, entirely unaware of the subtle, personal change unfolding within these quiet walls. The quiet hum of the building itself seems to hold a gentle secret, a memory of what asterisk, almost asterisk was, or what asterisk might asterisk have been. Within one of these peaceful, well-worn spaces, a humble kitchen awaits the first light of dawn. Not the bustling command center, nor the high-tech lab, but a simple, personal corner where routines begin. Soft hum of distant appliance here. A pristine coffee maker stands on a clean counter. Its chrome gleams softly in the dim, pre-dawn glow filtering through a nearby window, reflecting the faint, distant city lights. All the components are in place: the water reservoir, the filter basket, the carafe patiently waiting below. Everything is ready, poised for that familiar morning ritual. Yet, there is an emptiness, a subtle, almost imperceptible stillness in the air around it. The rich, earthy aroma of freshly brewed coffee, a comforting promise for so many, is absent. It is as if the asterisk idea asterisk of coffee has been gently postponed, or perhaps, in a quiet, timeline-bending whisper, entirely overlooked by the fabric of time itself. This is one of those gentle, silent reminders, a small, almost whimsical consequence of moving just a little too fast, or perhaps just a little too far. A moment shifted, a detail nudged, and the morning's first, most anticipated comfort simply isn't there. No alarm, no urgency, just the quiet acceptance of a missing warmth. The city outside continues to sleep, its thousands of lights twinkling like scattered diamonds. And within this quiet kitchen, the coffee maker stands, a silent monument to a morning ritual briefly, softly altered. A testament to the gentle power of time, even in its most fleeting, almost imperceptible shifts. From the quiet kitchen, where the coffee maker stands as a silent monument to a morning ritual briefly, softly altered, your gentle attention might drift further. Beyond this domestic stillness, a doorway opens, not to a bustling city street, but into a different kind of chamber. This isn't a lab filled with urgent experiments or flashing alerts, but rather a reflective space, a quiet sanctuary where even the fastest man alive sometimes pauses to simply be asterisk. Here, in the soft, ambient glow of the city, filtering through a large window, a sense of tranquil contemplation settles. On a smooth, polished surface lies a single, forgotten coffee mug. Its ceramic is cool to the touch, and it holds no warmth, no lingering scent of a morning brew. It's simply there, a silent sentinel, hinting at a moment that might have been, a small detail that perhaps, in the grand tapestry of time, was gently unspun. Nearby, a subtle holographic projection shimmers softly, not with complex equations or urgent warnings, but with a gentle, swirling image of temporal pathways. These pathways resemble quiet cosmic currents, or the slow, unhurried flow of a deep river, displaying how even a single, seemingly small alteration, like the absence of a morning cup, can create the softest of ripples. The hues shift from deep indigo to soft lavender, reflecting the serene, almost melancholic dance of time itself. Around the edges of the room, shadows stretch long and peaceful, inviting a deep sense of stillness. You might notice in the corner a single, folded crimson fabric, a cape perhaps, draped over a chair, its iconic shape softened by the dim light. Resting from its silent vigil, the quiet deepens around that silent, folded crimson fabric, a cape of incredible potential, now peacefully at rest. It drapes, a symbol of swiftness paused, of countless journeys held still for a moment in the soft, ambient glow of this unique space. The air itself seems to hold a memory, a faint whisper of what might have been, or what asterisk was asterisk before a fleeting moment of choice reshaped the flow of things. Subtle as a ripple in a calm pond, your gaze might gently drift from the cape, across the polished, cool surface of a simple, circular table nearby. It's an unusual table, perhaps, designed for quiet contemplation rather than bustling activity. Its dark surface reflecting the soft light like still water. In its center, a soft, ethereal light pulses, a gentle blue, casting barely perceptible shadows that stretch and sway like distant, slow-moving clouds. This light seems to hum with the faintest echo of temporal energy, not bright or urgent, but a deep, resonant calm, like the ticking of a cosmic clock you can barely hear. And there, near the edge of this table, positioned exactly where one might set down a morning beverage to begin the day, you see a peculiar effect. A shimmering outline, a faint, almost translucent suggestion of a ceramic mug. It hovers just above the surface, a phantom shape, as if it exists in a moment just before or just after being truly present. It's a quiet reminder, perhaps, of how even the smallest, most personal routines can ripple through the tapestry of time, hinting at the moments that, with a subtle, unnoticeable shift might just vanish. A familiar morning coffee gone, not with a crash, but with a whisper of what if, leaving only this gentle, sparkling impression. The moment passes, and the phantom cup remains, a soft echo in the stillness. The phantom cup remained, a soft echo in the stillness, a gentle reminder of a morning that almost was. But the ripples of time, when gently disturbed, extend beyond just a single mug. They stretch, almost imperceptibly, into the quiet corners of the hero's space, touching objects and moments with a subtle, shimmering touch. Imagine now drifting from that quiet kitchen, carried by a wave of calm, through a softly lit corridor. The air here is still, perhaps just a breath cooler, carrying no scent of toasted bread or brewing coffee. You arrive gently in a small, hushed observation room, a place of quiet contemplation, not of frantic activity. In the center, a console softly glows, its screens displaying delicate patterns. These aren't charts of grand cosmic events, but rather the quiet, almost poetic diagrams of temporal flow, like the calm currents of a deep river. On one screen, a subtle, almost imperceptible shimmer appears, a tiny aberration in a vast, steady line. It's a momentary flicker, a gentle wave in the stream of minutes and hours. This tiny shimmer, if one were to trace its origin, would lead back to the moment of the erased coffee. Not a dramatic void, but a soft displacement, like a single raindrop gently altering the surface of a placid pond. The console hums with a low, reassuring thrum, its purpose to simply observe, to understand, not to interfere. No alarm sound, no lights flash brightly. Just the steady, rhythmic pulse of quiet information, reflecting the universe's patient unfolding. Nearby, perhaps on a small, polished side table, a single, unused coffee filter rests beside an empty, pristine carafe. No residual warmth, no lingering scent. Just the clean, quiet evidence of preparation, now suspended in an altered timeline. The peace of the room is undisturbed, held safe within this gentle paradox. The stillness of the kitchen, once holding the promise of a morning brew, now extends into a small, adjoining alcove. This isn't a bustling lab, but a quiet, personal space, bathed in the same soft, ambient glow that spills from the city outside. Here, on a smooth, cool countertop, sits a compact console. Its screen, usually vibrant with data, now displays only faint, pulsating lines of soft sapphire and emerald. They aren't alarming, merely a gentle visual hum, like distant cosmic breath. These lines represent the delicate threads of time, subtly woven and rewoven. Perhaps they are the echo of a fleeting moment, a tiny adjustment made to save a falling leaf, or to ensure a forgotten message arrived just in time. Each ripple, however small, has its own quiet consequence. A single, handwritten note lies beside the console, its edges slightly curled, reading simply, "Causality, coffee, It's a gentle reminder of the smallest, most personal paradoxes. The grand feats of heroism often leave the timeline intact, but these tiny, accidental alterations, made with the best intentions, sometimes create these whimsical, fleeting gaps. The console hums with a barely perceptible whisper, a soft testament to the universe's constant state of gentle recalibration. It tells a silent story of countless minor temporal corrections, so swift they barely register, yet profound enough to stir the air where a coffee cup once stood. The subtle air currents, still whispering from that recent, gentle recalibration, carry a faint scent of nothingness. Not an empty scent, but the quiet echo of something that was almost there. Something warm and invigorating, now just a memory held by the molecules of the room. It's a testament to moments like these, where the fabric of the morning is briefly rewoven, leaving behind only the softest, most ephemeral traces. You might imagine a counter gleaming faintly under the soft, ambient light, perfectly clean. Perhaps a single sugar packet lying undisturbed, a silent witness to a moment that evaporated. The quiet hum of the lab equipment, usually a backdrop to a hero's busy morning, now feels particularly pronounced, filling the space where the clinking of a ceramic mug might have been. A forgotten, freshly polished spoon rests beside an empty, pristine coffee maker, as if patiently awaiting a task that will never quite arrive. This isn't about grand paradoxes or startling shifts, but tender, almost poetic absences, reminding us of the delicate balance within the timeline. Each shift, however small, leaves its own unique imprint of quiet possibility, a silent whisper that drifts through the air, then settles into the peaceful stillness of the room. A stray beam of moonlight might find its way through a window, illuminating specks of dust dancing in the air, each one a tiny, unhurried particle in the universe, oblivious to the subtle rewrites of time. This particular quiet is a deep, restorative quiet, free from the rush of a morning routine, free from the urgency of a first sip. It's the kind of stillness that invites a gentle sigh, a deep, slow breath, letting the mind wander through the calm certainty that some things, like peace and rest, remain untouched, always present. The city outside remains calm, its distant hum a steady counterpoint to the quiet narrative unfolding within these walls, a narrative of moments gently unwritten, leaving peace in their wake. This soft, unburdened quiet fills the space, a soothing reminder that even the fastest hero finds stillness within these walls, a narrative of moments gently unwritten, leaving peace in their wake. This soft, unburdened quiet fills the space, a soothing reminder that even the fastest hero finds stillness. Now, let your gaze drift past the shimmering echoes of grander events, towards a quieter corner of this temporal archive. Here, Amidst the gentle hum of unseen chronometers' faint, distant hum, lie the subtle ripples of everyday alterations. Imagine a simple, well-worn ceramic mug resting on a polished, empty counter. It's not just any mug, but asterisk the asterisk mug, the one meant for a hero's morning coffee. But in this particular echo, it remains pristine, untouched, completely dry. A slight shimmer in the air, barely perceptible, hints at the delicate shift. Perhaps a brief, well-intentioned detour into the past, a microsecond adjustment meant to prevent a minor inconvenience, yet inadvertently nudging the timeline in an unexpected way. Not a grand paradox, but a gentle ripple. The scent of roasted beans, the comforting warmth of a fresh brew, the simple joy of that first sip, all gently unwritten from this specific morning. The air here is still, carrying no aroma of coffee, only the faint, clean scent of ozone and possibility. The empty countertop stretches out, reflecting the soft, ambient light of this quiet chamber. It's a silent testament to how even the smallest temporal nudge can reshape the mundane. The absence isn't a loss, but a quiet demonstration of interconnectedness, a reminder that every moment is woven with delicate threads. You might almost feel the phantom warmth of a cup that never was, or hear the gentle gurgle of coffee maker that, in this particular timeline, remained silent. It's a scene of calm, unhurried contemplation, where the greatest mistake is merely a missing comfort, a simple pleasure postponed. The stillness here is profound, a quiet museum of time's gentle whims, where even the absence of a morning ritual holds a peaceful beauty. Moving slowly through this profound stillness, past silent monitors displaying cryptic, long-dormant chronal equations, you notice a subtle shift in the air. It's not a chill, but a quiet hum, almost imperceptible, like the lingering echo of a timeline briefly adjusted. This quiet hum is a gentle whisper of possibilities, of moments that could have been, or moments that gracefully stepped aside. Here, in a softly lit corner of what might be a vast, expansive hero lab, rests a small, unassuming counter. It's a space clearly meant for comfort, a small island of domesticity within a realm of complex science. On its smooth, cool surface, a single, polished silver coffee pot stands. It's utterly empty, of course. No steam rises from its spout. No rich, comforting aroma fills the air around it. It is a silent, gleaming testament to a morning ritual that, in some delicate twist of time, perhaps never quite happened. A forgotten ceramic mug, too, sits patiently beside it, its surface smooth and cool to the touch. There's no lingering warmth, no faint, dried coffee rings marking the passage of past sip. Just the quiet presence of these familiar objects, awaiting a memory that may or may not return. This specific corner of the lab holds no urgency, only the tranquil contemplation of what might be gently missing, and a peaceful acceptance of its absence. The wide, quiet city lights outside glow softly through a tall, narrow window, casting long, calm shadows across the polished, reflective floor. A folded, crimson cape rests draped over a nearby chair, its fabric soft and still, suggesting a hero's brief, quiet respite between the flows of time. Soft hum of dormant electronics, distant city murmur, crimson cape rests draped over a nearby chair, its fabric soft and still, suggesting a hero's brief, quiet respite between the flows of time. Soft hum of dormant electronics, distant city murmur. Your gaze might drift now from the silent sentinel of the cape to a small, circular table near a wide window. On its polished surface, bathed in the soft glow of the city lights, sits a collection of objects that whisper tales of temporal shifts and unexpected changes. There's a small, ornate alarm clock, its hands frozen at an impossible hour, perhaps a minute that never quite arrived, or one that arrived far too many times. Next to it, a carefully arranged set of blueprints, showing swirling lines and impossible pathways, hinting at the intricate dance of time travel. And nestled among these curious items, a single ceramic coffee mug. It's a plain mug, perhaps a little chipped, but it holds a strange significance. Sometimes it's completely empty, as if its contents were never poured, or perhaps were unpoured by a sudden ripple in the timeline. Other times, a faint, lingering aroma of freshly brewed coffee seems to waft from it, though no liquid is visible. It's a phantom scent, a memory of a morning ritual that was almost, but not quite, solidified into existence. The window itself offers a tranquil view of the sprawling city, its lights twinkling like scattered diamonds across a velvet cloth. Below, the streets are quiet, the usual hustle and bustle muted by the late hour. You can almost feel the gentle pulse of the city, a steady beat beneath the soft, quiet mystery of the hero's room. The air here is still, charged only with the faint echo of possibilities, of moments that could be or could have been. Each object, even the simplest mug, tells a quiet story of time's unpredictable dance. Soft hum continues. City murmur fades slightly. The quiet hum of the room, a gentle echo of the city outside, cradles these small, altered truth. The tilted coffee mug, a silent sentinel, seems to hold the ghost of 1,000 mornings, each one subtly different, each one a testament to choices made or unmade, often at speeds beyond comprehension. Sometimes it's not the grand, universe-altering events that leave the most curious marks, but these small, personal ripples. The soft light of the moon filtering through the high window casts long, dancing shadows that seem to stretch and contract, much like time itself. Imagine the swift thought, the instantaneous decision, the blur of motion, all aimed at solving a crisis. And then, a quiet moment later, the realization that the morning ritual, the simple act of brewing a fresh cup, has somehow been shifted, perhaps even skipped entirely. flesh in his quiet moments might ponder this, not with regret, but with a gentle, almost whimsical understanding of the intricate web he sometimes weaves. His cape, neatly folded on a nearby chair, catches a sliver of that moonlight, its crimson fabric a deep, calming red in the low light. It waits patiently, a symbol of readiness. But now, in this stillness, it simply rests. The faint scent of ozone, sometimes associated with his speed, is absent tonight. Only the soft, cool air and the quiet testament of a mug, a coffee pot that wasn't, and the gentle, almost imperceptible shift in the world's quiet routine. It's a peaceful reminder that even the fastest hero has his quiet, reflective moments, pondering the small, personal consequences of incredible power. Soft hum continues. Distant city sounds almost imperceptible. Soft hum of the city remained a constant, a gentle blanket over the quiet introspection. Barry Allen, in his civilian thoughts, often found these moments of stillness a rare gift. The empty mug, now a symbol of forgotten routine, sat patiently. But it wasn't just the coffee that sometimes vanished. A quick glance might reveal the subtle absence of the morning newspaper he swore he just picked up, or the small, well-worn coaster that usually sat beside his favorite armchair, now subtly out of place. These weren't grand paradoxes that threatened the timeline, merely whispers of forgotten mornings, tiny ripples in the fabric of his personal day. Perhaps a detour through a split second in the past to prevent a minor inconvenience, only to return and find that the sugar bowl had mysteriously migrated to a different shelf, or that the perfectly toasted bagel had somehow untoasted itself. No panic, no urgency, just a quiet, almost humorous resignation. The moonlight through the window cast long, peaceful shadows across the room. A folded, crimson suit lay draped over a chair, its lightning bolt emblem catching the soft glow. It was a silent testament to incredible speed. Yet here, in this moment, it represented quiet rest. The city hummed on, oblivious to the small, peculiar shifts in one hero's personal space, shifts that spoke of a power too vast to always contain within the ordinary boundaries of a single day. The quiet contemplation continued, a gentle acknowledgement of these tiny, personal paradoxes that colored his mornings. The quiet contemplation continued, a gentle acknowledgement of these tiny, personal paradoxes that colored his mornings. In the soft glow of a city just beginning to stir, a quiet hum emanated from a small, specialized chronometer on a nearby workbench. It wasn't loud, just a faint, almost imperceptible thrum that spoke of temporal energies subtly shifting, rearranging the very fabric of his immediate present. He watched as the steam from his freshly brewed mug, only moments ago rising in a fragrant plume, seemed to shimmer, then gently fade, leaving the ceramic warm but empty. It was a familiar trick of time, a small, inconsequential ripple from some distant, well-intentioned adjustment. A fleeting thought of a forgotten task, a slight alteration in his own past timeline, and the coffee he had just poured would politely decline to exist. No frustration, no urgency, just a soft, knowing smile. This was the silent ballet of a speedster's life, where even the simplest rituals could be momentarily unwritten. He might turn to find the coffee maker already switched off, its light dark, as if his past self had decided against making a brew. Or, sometimes, the very grounds in the filter would be gone, as if never purchased. The chronometer's hum deepened, almost imperceptibly, its soft light casting gentle shadows across an array of carefully organized tools, and a blueprint for a temporal calibrator. These quiet moments were when the true wonder of his abilities settled in, not in grand rescues, but in the intimate dance with time itself, a dance that often left his morning mug politely uncoffeed. The soft light of the city outside continued its gentle ascent, promising another day, with or without a perfect morning brew. The soft light of the city outside continued its gentle ascent, promising another day, with or without a perfect morning brew. And as the city slowly awakened, a different kind of quiet hum filled a secluded, personal space high above the bustling streets. This wasn't the central city police lab, but a more private sanctuary, where the echoes of time often made their faintest whispers heard. On a smooth, polished counter, nestled amidst a few carefully organized tools and a stack of notebooks, sat a single, pristine mug. Its surface was cool to the touch and held no lingering warmth, no ghost of a coffee aroma. It was a mug perpetually awaiting its morning fill, a quiet testament to the paradoxes that often followed the fastest man alive. A low-energy holographic projection shimmered nearby, a subtle, almost imperceptible ripple moving across a softly glowing timeline. It wasn't a warning of catastrophe, but merely a visualization of a very specific, very minor temporal alteration. A tiny, almost humorous glitch in the fabric of the morning. Each time the ripple passed, the coffee preparation event on the timeline would briefly, innocuously, flicker out of existence. No grand battles, no villains thwarted, just the simple act of brewing a morning coffee, gently unmade. The only sound was the soft, steady whir of the projection unit, a comforting, lulling hum. The city lights outside continued to brighten, painting the room in soft hues of lavender and gold, illuminating the quiet, almost poetic absence of a morning ritual. The soft lavender and gold of the city outside continued their gentle play across the silent monitors, their screens alive with soft, undulating patterns that hinted at unseen energies. These were not urgent alerts, but rather tranquil displays of the timeline's quiet ebb and flow. watched over by the gentle hum of the main temporal displacement unit. It was within these subtle currents that the effects of a hero's well-meaning, yet sometimes absent-minded temporal adjustments could be seen. A small holographic projection shimmered faintly at the center of the main console, depicting a serene, almost still image of a kitchen counter. On it, a simple, warm mug sat empty, a wisp of forgotten steam curling lazily upwards before vanishing. It was a phantom, a memory of a morning that had been, or perhaps a morning that could have been, before a ripple in the past had subtly erased its existence. The hero's intention was never to disrupt such small personal comforts, but the fabric of time often responded to even the slightest touch with an almost poetic irony. The console itself glowed with a diffused, cool light, its buttons and dials resting, untouched. This was a moment of quiet observation, a pause after the fact, where the subtle repercussions settled like dust motes in a sunbeam. The city outside, so vast and awake, seemed unaware of the delicate temporal adjustments made within these walls. The missing mug of coffee, a small detail in the grand scheme, was a quiet testament to the intricate dance of cause and effect, a gentle reminder that even the fastest hero must tread softly through the currents of time. The air in the lab remained still, scented faintly with ozone, and the deep, silent wisdom of forgotten mornings. The quiet hero lab, with its soft, ambient hum, seemed to hold countless whispered memories within its walls. You might imagine the subtle ripple in reality, like a stone dropped into a calm pond, whenever a timeline shifted ever so slightly. Not a cataclysmic event, not a heroic battle, but something far more personal, and in its own way profound. Perhaps a small, unassuming whiteboard in a corner of the lab still bore faint, smudged equations, not for saving the world, but perhaps for calculating the precise temporal displacement needed to retrieve a forgotten bag of coffee beans from a Tuesday morning that now only existed in a slightly altered past. A soft glow from a nearby holographic display flickered, showing not global threats, but perhaps a shimmering, almost there image of a kitchen counter, perpetually missing a familiar, steaming mug. It was in these tiny domestic details that the true weight of time travel's ripple effect could be felt. A hero might outrun a speedster villain or save a collapsing building, but the universe had its own subtle ways of reminding even the fastest among us about balance. A coffee mug, once perfectly placed, now existed only as a ghost of an object, its aroma a phantom memory in the mind of the one who had, perhaps inadvertently, undone its existence. The lab didn't hum with urgency, but with a gentle resignation, a quiet acceptance that some things once gone are truly gone, even for a speedster. The soft light catching on a half-empty coffee pot, a silent testament to the mornings that were, and the mornings that almost were, now just a whisper in the cosmic wind. The soft, rhythmic blink of a console light in the corner mirrored a slow, steady breath, guiding you deeper into the stillness of this quiet, reflective space. The soft, rhythmic blink of a console light in the corner continued its gentle cadence, a visual echo of a slow, steady breath, guiding you deeper into the stillness of this quiet, reflective space. The faint hum of the time travel lab itself seemed to soften, merging with the distant, almost imperceptible whisper of the city outside. Here, in the quiet aftermath of erased timelines and vanished breakfast beverages, a profound calm settled. You might notice a subtle, almost ethereal warmth in the air, perhaps a ghost of a morning sun that never quite rose in this particular iteration of reality. On a nearby workbench, an empty, polished mug stands, a silent testament to a coffee that was, or was meant to be. Its surface gleams faintly under the subdued, cool light, reflecting the quiet strength inherent in simply letting things be. The idea of these small, temporal ripples, these mistakes that are not really mistakes, but simply moments of cosmic rearrangement, becomes a comforting thought. They are not grand catastrophes, but gentle nudges, reminding us of the fluid nature of time and the quiet humor in a universe that occasionally misplaces a cup of coffee. The city lights beyond the window shimmer, now like scattered diamonds, each one a tiny, distant star, inviting your gaze to blur, to soften, to simply rest. The console's blink grows almost imperceptible, a quiet pulse fading into the deep night. Allow your own breath to become as soft and steady as that fading light. The day's events, like so many alternate timelines, are gently receding. All the urgency, all the what-ifs, are settling into the quiet hum of this peaceful, superhero-inspired space. There is nothing left to do, nothing left to worry about. Just this serene calm, this soft, lingering sense of a universe gently at rest. You are safe here, nestled in the quiet echoes of a hero's reflective moments. Let your eyelids grow heavy. Let your thoughts drift like the softest of clouds across a moonlit sky. The morning, with all its certainties and its steaming cups, will arrive in its own perfect time. For now, there is only sleep, deep and undisturbed.